We're trying now this last ditch effort. You can see there's still quite a light show in there. We weren't able to solve the problem with the new brushes. At this point, we're out of ideas. Hi, I'm Ben Ogorek. This is my roommate Nick Carlson. He's an apprentice electrician. And today we're going to try to figure out what's going on with this Milwaukee Sawzall. Nick, any ideas about what is happening in the inside here?
Pretty sure it's the brushes.
We think it's the brushes. So we have some brushes and we're going to put them in. And we're going to see if we can bring this back to life. Got these brushes from E Replacement Parts. All right, so it's a little bit springy, huh? It's what we know is that this is carbon, right?
Yeah.
And there's a spring in there that's going to push the carbon against the commutator?
Commutator.
To make a connection.
It'll wear out over time.
Yeah, but the spring's there to keep pushing it as it wears down. That's kind of a cool...
It's expected after continuous use of the tool, you will eventually have to replace these.
You're gonna have to replace it. All right, I guess we're gonna open this up. But so what tool do you have there? It's a screwdriver with.
We got a Torx bit. So it looks like you have seven Torx head screws to remove around the trigger assembly. You can actually see where the old brushes are. So that's a good indicator that this is gonna be the part of the tool that you're gonna want to take off.
I hope that's the part.
Yeah, keep going with that.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
All right, we got it open.
See, we had some melting. That's probably why it was hard to get out.
So what do you see here?
Looks like we have a lot of scoring and some melting where it looks like you had a bad brush or something is actually starting to melt the motor housing. So we're gonna have to try to figure out how to remove these brushes.
Do the brushes look that bad? I mean, it looks like there's still carbon
Looks
in
like
there.
there's still a lot of them. Looks like you had a failure down here on this bottom one.
Interesting. What do you think? Are we in over our heads here, or should we keep going?
Might as well swap out the brushes. That one looks damaged.
Yeah, yeah. How do we get these guys out?
Well, try to pry that out.
I don't know, man. Okay, yeah.
The hole where the brush is inserted is actually completely melted all the way around. That's why they were so hard to get out.
This one looks even more melted. But easier to get out.
What's interesting is the wear pattern on this one. See how it's uneven?
Yeah.
Compared to that one? I think what we should do is try to put the new brush in and then see how it functions even though those little tabs broke off.
Okay.
These little plastic tabs that actually retain the whole brush assembly, they've been melted and they came off with the old brushes. You can see it's the red part still melted on. So we're gonna see if that affects the performance. If it does, then we're gonna find a way to shim it in.
A little trouble with mine. Okay.
Now,
I'm gonna give mine a check and see that I get it in there right.
yeah, pinch it down all the way. You're gonna want the most spring tension on those brushes. You can see it, they're being held in. The problem we're having now is there should be an additional red piece, a little tab, that these brushes would sit underneath, and that would keep pressure on the housing so that there's continuous spring pressure on the brush.
I see.
And those are both now gone because they melted around the old brush assembly.
I think we should try to shim it with something, or do you think we should just put the top on and just, see how well it works? At least outside of it will give it some pressure, right? It's not the same.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and just put
let's
the
try it
other
out.
half
Let's see what happens. Should we try to turn it on without putting the whole thing together, or is that dangerous?
Yeah, we should not do that.
Okay, let's not do that. Well, we tried it and it didn't work, and we're trying now this last ditch effort where we're using a zip tie to push the brushes in as far as they can possibly go to make the best possible connection to the commutator, and here it goes. You can see there's still quite a light show in there. We weren't able to solve the problem with the new brushes. At this point, we're out of ideas. And if you have any that could help us, let us know. We're signing out. I'm Ben Ogorek. This is Nick Carlson. Thanks for joining.